Alright, here we go. Okay, so welcome back to The Healer Who Was Banished from His Party, Anime Review, episode number 8. We're here reviewing the 12th and final episode of season 1 of the show of The Hero Who Was Banished from His Party is in fact the strongest. Yep, and this 12th episode is basically called this. It's called Regarding Conclusion, which was in fact the start of a new journey. Of course, I'll reveal what could be a potential for season 2 for this show. So let's get started, shall we? Anyways, so we'll begin like the last episode where Mist is still us about the Black Dragon. So also Hodum is basically healed. We kind of basically have where him and Mist kind of reconcile, basically being friends. And of course, Narisha points out the fact these two are friends, and of course, Hill is being selfish. Eventually, they agree to all take down Mist, but Narisha stay behind because she has the power of the Sleeping Princess. And they all basically fight the trees, and the second wave of monsters basically show up as part of the second wave of the uprising. So Of course, Rima basically is getting a little stressed out with all these branches squeeze on her walls, and the monsters basically bang on there. So some of the adventurers come out and basically basically buy time, so it leaves off Rima's stress, so basically maintain this big, humongous wall around the city. So eventually, of course, basically, then Laos basically jumps at Mist while they're fighting him, and he gets stabbed with a freaking tree branch. So Arya basically heals him when Narisha goes to his side, as we told, if she doesn't regret it. So then she goes up to him and is like, I'm asleep. And of course, basically, you Dragon's like, oh crap, it's a sleep princess. I have to devour her despite the fact he's possessing an elf. An old elf. And then, of course, Laos gets angry and transforms into this black essence creature with horn. It looks like a demon. And proceed to beat the crap out of Mist. So eventually, of course, he's able to get out of that thing, thanks to Narisha and everybody else. And then he uses his sword, basically, okay, gotta kill Mist. And, that kind of expunges the evil dragon. He's basically put back to bed, and Mist dies. After basically, Helen basically says that, he's a father to him, and eventually he does die. So, the greedy guild receptionist is named the new guild master. You're like, what? And then eventually she takes the job because of the pay. That's the only reason why she takes the job, because of the pay. And Hope can't do it because in fact he's freaking injured. Even though he doesn't do much of anything. So, of course, everybody celebrates, and of course, then Laos proceeds to decide to go on a journey, and Narisha is basically going to come with him. She has, no problem with that. She was going to come with him anyways. And then, pretty much, basically, it's Ria's, the guy she likes, where, I guess, basically, because he's leaving the city, he has no reason to stay. He has to go back to the capital, and, this kind of almost disbands their party. It's kind of what's implied here. So, meanwhile, we finally see the challenge. So I don't see his face. Where, okay, Mist is dead. The evil dragon's been suppressed. The whole thing slivers around. And they, of course, I think it's Ronaldo basically suspecting this. Or at least the guy who's working with him. That they're expecting that Laos might be brave heel, but he's doubting that. Because, of course, he has a reputation for being competent. There's also a thing here with Rima and Ronaldo where they both train the same people. And it might be some of these two might have something for each other, but they don't really delve into it all, which basically leaves, okay, so what does it leave the short magician girl? Where's her guy she falls for? Because, Amiya's got one. Narisha's got one. Heck, even Ria's got one. Who's the short girl kid? Haima? Who knows? It does leave it open for more story to be told here, but it's a nice way to end the season, and of course also allows nurse to go just leave town. Like eventually they were told, and of course the uprising stopped. They basically go on a journey to find a new hero. And, well, could it be a potential second season? Yes, I do think so. It's I wouldn't call this sequel baiting per se, but it's more like it's left open ended. It's not. I wouldn't say it's exclusive to the story that was going in the last few episodes. Yes, but I don't think it's a conclusion to the series. No, it's left open ended. The potential of a new season per se. Yep. But yeah. Also, for the series, I was actually recommended this series by a commenter. One of 2 series he recommended to me that I try out. I was hesitant due to the fact I was watching it because my anime watch list is a bit lengthy. Like, prior to today, it was 13 series. 13. And then ReZero went hiatus along with One Piece, so it opened it up. So I put it on the list. And just by sheer coincidence, the very next one is going to leave my anime watch list, my review schedule, because next anime to talk about will be the final episode for Season 1 for Rama Half 2024 reboot. That is going to be next. Afterwards, it will be Demon Lord Retry. Yep. And that one's wrapping up, not this week, but next week. Yeah. And I'll tell you the reason why for that when we get to it, okay? So, it's next video, Rama Half. Bye.